Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Puppet, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good today. How about you?
I'm doing good myself. So, this is this is not the first time I've done an interview. I am in the floor, I do realize.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, you are.
So, how this usually works is yes. So this is HatMeister right here. We are on Mineteria. One thing I'm going to point out is I have elite rank on here as this HatMeister. I don't know why I have elite rank. I don't know why it was
Uh,
given to me. But I'm not complaining.
I mean, neither am I. It's just I got it because one day Think was like, "Hey, can you get on Mineteria?" I'm like, well, "Why?" He's like, "I'm gonna get you elite." I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah, no, I didn't like talk to any about it. It's just I suddenly had it one day.
Yeah,
So I feel like it's best to start off an interview with an introduction to my audience for anybody who does not know you. So my first question is, Hatmeister, who are you?
I'm HatMeister. I thought that was obvious.
Ah, yes, this is a sense of humor, folks. Uh, More so like, what
It's
is you,
really bad.
what's your channel? What do you do on it? All that.
Yeah, my channel. It's it's supposed to be. Well, it's supposed to originally be a skit channel, but quarantine. So
Mm-hmm.
I had to improvise. I do Minecraft machinimas for now.
Yes, Hatmeister has actually just finished the first season of The Diner, which is a Minecraft Five Nights at Freddy's roleplay series you did.
Yes.
All right. So I have a notepad of questions, and as we play, this is mostly why am I stuck? We're mostly just going to be playing around and just doing stuff. That this is more of a background to the actual conversation, of course.
Yeah.
So my first question, my first note is before you started your own series, you did voice work for other YouTubers. Can you name a favorite series or character you've worked on that isn't one of your own?
A favorite, hmm, favorite character series. I'd have to say Thinkley's is the one I've had the most fun with.
Would you like
But
to go more into
there,
detail in
yes,
that?
yes, I
Yes.
am. That's just the start.
Oh,
Oh,
I did not
yep,
mean to do that.
yep.
I'm trying to party.
Oh, okay. Uh, Yeah, but in Thinkley's series, for his first few, thanks. For his first two seasons of his own series, he had me play his Freddy character from Five Nights at Freddy's, and it's not like the kind of serious character. It was very much a it was a character that acted dumb and always seemed dumb, like they always went for the humor, but there were a lot of times where it also got to be really serious with the character and it didn't seem out of place.
It's
So
always
I
good
got
being
the
able to find that balance.
yeah. So it was a really good mixture of characters I liked playing, and I had a lot of fun with it until the character died. But
Yeah. So, before we're gonna get into your series, but I am going to say this now for anybody watching. If you have not seen Hatmeister's series The Diner, I will leave his channel in the description. If you have not seen it, we are going to be discussing the series as a whole, especially the end. So if you have not watched it and want to avoid spoilers, please go watch his series now. You can always come back to this video if you want to. But now, let's talk about your series. So first question, what inspired you to start working on The Diner?
what inspired me? Quite a few things inspired me, actually. Uh, what inspired me to start a channel? Let's start there. What inspired me to start a channel was actually my first encounter with YouTube. I was pretty young, and I looked up like Minecraft in the Google search engine, and I found this guy in his Minecraft. And at the time, he was doing all these cops and robbers videos. And I sat there like, well, there must be a point to why he's doing this, because I know for a fact that he can't just be doing this for free time. He must have a job. And later I found out, oh, that is his job. Oh,
Yeah, my game is crashing. Just keep going.
all right. So realizing that I could make money off of something that can be fun to watch and fun to create, I thought have I thought I should try out YouTube. So a couple of years later, uh, I started a channel. Years after that,
Yes, of course.
uh, I posted the first episode of The Diner. Now, The Diner was inspired by a combination of YouTubers. Actually, I have this written down in the description of the finale. So let me just go to that really quick.
I need time to start the game back up. Please take your time.
All right.
Yeah, I figured if I keep tabbing between the notepad and the game, it's just going to continue to crash, so I just took a picture of it.
All right. So people inspired me. The first thing that inspired me to do something FNAF related first was Caveman Films with his amazing Mind Nights at Freddy's series. It wasn't a series where they tried to act like it wasn't Minecraft. That they very obviously knew they weren't trying to hide. They weren't trying to hide it. You know, that series, they put a lot of detail in it. They put details that you'd only notice like the third time watching through it, and it was amazing. And I still enjoy watching it up to this day. Next thing that inspired me was the YouTuber New Skate Pro, where he at the time he was doing a lot of Undertale AU videos. Like they're basically AUs in a nutshell, really. And it was just fun watching him and his crew playing as these characters. Cause
Honestly, I can remember like
yeah,
watching those.
yeah. Next up, which is a little bit more recent, John with his own FNAF series that is co-owned by famous films, Ursula and The Invisible Davis.
Hmm.
Uh, at least 3 of them are fun to watch. I won't call out the 4th.
Any particular reason for that?
Well, if I said it'd be pretty obvious who I was talking about for anyone
Oh,
who knows these people.
I think I know who you're talking about. Uh,
Yeah,
so if do you want to address any of that drama in this, or do you want to just skip past it?
I want to skip past all that.
Then let's skip past all that.
Uh, Handy 351, also a bit more recent. She's been doing sort of that buddy thing that John, Brian, Ursula, and Davis have been doing, except this has gone on. It's going just. It's going on just as long as their thing, and it's not. It's always bothered me, but hey, if you can milk something, you milk it.
I guess.
Yeah. Nick Schutzky. He on the list here it says for just being funny, which, yeah, but something he did was called Echo House. It was this horror-based thing, horror-based Minecraft series where the idea was that they went camping in some forest and they somehow got in like a loop. Like every road was labeled like Echo Road, or like they saw the same uh they saw the same watch out watchman's building like 5 times.
Sounds
And it
very
was
Twilight Zoney.
it was very Twilight Zoney. Eventually, they get to a house. The house gets bigger because reasons, but it was honestly very cool and a little disturbing to watch. And finally, ignoring the person I already mentioned,
Right.
is Unicomics with his series The Hardcore Quest, or more recently, The Hardcore Request. That one didn't inspire me as much as everything else.
I will say, Unicomics is a name I have not heard in a long time.
Oh, I bet.
Right, so it's good to know that you have a wide range of people you've taken inspiration from.
Yeah.
So now more on to the series itself. Your
Yes.
cast contains approximately 18 people, including you. Did you have any kind of selection process for choosing them prior to the beginning of recording? Or was it just whoever asked?
I actually asked them. So I wanted people who could be there for most of the time. And if they weren't there, then I could just bring someone else in. I needed people that were trustworthy, that wouldn't just leave out of the blue. And so I looked for people I already knew. So I have mostly adult actors because, well,
They're more
one thing,
trustworthy.
yeah, they're more trustworthy. It's me, like I know someone who has like a lot of actors who are very immature, and it with most YouTubers it takes them like at like 30 minutes or an hour to wrangle up people sometimes. But when it gets to children, it's like 3 hours and you cannot even start the recording.
Eesh.
Yeah.
And how would you say it's been for you?
Been amazing for me. I thought I'd have a lot more trouble, honestly.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
So you said you asked a bunch of people. How'd you choose who to ask? Like, was it like just anybody you knew, or did you ask specific people first?
Well, it started with people to make my admins, I guess you could say. So I went for the people I knew longer for to be the admins, and I went for people that I knew for a pretty long time. I also just straight up asked in different discords, like, "Hey, I know you, you know me. Want to do something for me? I've been doing things for you," and they were like, "You know what? Sure."
I mean, fair enough.
Yeah,
That's fair. And if I do remember correctly, I actually was one of the last people you asked to join the series.
yeah, because at the time I didn't really know you.
Right.
Like it was just sort of like, yeah, I was in that one episode with him. Hmm.
I
Nothing
mean, yeah,
else.
that's fair. And how would you say that decision to include me panned out?
I'd say it was one of the best decisions I've made for this channel.
A uh, but no, it has been an amazing time doing voice work for you and watching the series grow. Not only as episodes went on, but as also as we just actually figured out what we were doing in the first place.
Yeah,
It has been quite the ride.
quite
So,
the right.
so while most of your cast plays animatronics, two people I'd say are better known for the human characters that they play. Kiwi, who plays the manager Iris Sams, as well as being the animatronic Cotton, and Toast, who's, and this is your final spoiler warning. It's your final. Is like, oh, here's spoilers now.
Yeah.
Toast, who is revealed to be a detective named Ethan. How have these two people affected the series, both on camera and behind the scenes?
Uh, say that one more time. I'm sorry.
No, it's
I
fine.
was looking at something.
So, how have Kiwi, who plays Iris Sams, the manager,
Exams.
and Cotton, as well as Toast, who is a detective, you're the second night guard, secretly a detective named Ethan, how have they affected the series both on camera and behind the scenes?
Well, let's start with Kiwi. Welcome
Oh,
back.
I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. It's back. Okay, we're back.
So, is there a place where I cut off?
It cut off right after you said, let's start with Kiwi.
Oh, that's sad.
That is very sad. I apologize. I apologize.
It's fine. Uh, so Kiwi is pretty much my manager. She's not my manager. I mean, she's my manager, and she works for me as the manager.
Right.
Yeah. So she did a lot of work at the beginning, which helped the series start off because I definitely wouldn't have done any of that without her. And so yeah, she helps with thumbnails. Whenever we need like new actors, she's always there to be part of the interview to make sure that I'm not missing anything. She helps a lot. Her character Cotton can't say much about because they don't say much.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
fair.
yeah, and then her character Iris also can't really say much about, honestly, because I honestly don't know the character as well as I should.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah. Trying to think. With uh, Toast, he was an IRL friend. I met him a couple years ago, and at like episode 10 of the diner, uh, he was like, "Hey, I found your channel," and two, I have a few
Oof.
suggestions. I'm like, "Oh, he has suggestions? I didn't expect this from him." And because I didn't think he'd be interested in what I was doing, honestly. Like, I knew we were friends, but I didn't think we were friends to the point where he'd just be like, "Oh, okay, I can vibe with this."
So would you say
So,
that like him joining has made you guys closer friends?
yes, definitely. Because when we used to always just talk about concepts, it was never we never set anything up. It was always just like, "Hey, I have cool concept. Oh, well, I also have cool concept."
So a lot of what if scenarios.
Yeah. Eventually, we started messing with random word generators and started making characters out of words we got.
Do you have any
Uh,
any memorable ones from that?
oh, I have them on my phone.
Oof.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I can vibe. All right.
All right.
Uh, let's see. Notes. Go to character. No, it wouldn't be in character ideas. It would be in D&D ideas. All right. So the first word I got on said generator was I don't even know how to say it. Roentgen, which is stuff like X-rays and gamma rays, but in units.
Oh.
So I basically just made a character that made people incredibly sick.
Oh my. Is that
Yeah.
why you're wearing the hazmat suit?
No, no.
No. What is that skin, by the way?
I don't know. I was bored.
Okay. If you want my honest opinion, it looks like Eve from Wall-E all grown up.
I can see it. I
Yeah.
can honestly see it. I won't deny it.
But yeah,
Yeah, but
what would you say Toast's impact on the series itself was?
well, as I said, he came to me and was like, "I have a few ideas." Well, one of the ideas being that my character needs to get out of the office more, because generally the office is like the person's safe space. It's like it's the only point you can defend from. But this is Minecraft. Who cares?
Yeah.
So he was like, you need to get your character out of the office more. He needs more distractions. And I'm like, oh, that's not a bad idea. I might make a character if I get another actor. And so I did. I made Spring Foxy. I made
Uh,
Spring Foxy have a mechanic where I had to go outside the office to find something. Failed the parkour. Uh, yeah, so I did that. His impact as a character, uh, he, his character, in my opinion, like it started out like funny. Like he wanted to play a funny character. We all knew this.
yep.
But he also later then came to me and was like, "Hey, uh, so I feel like we've been accidentally making this character a bit too serious." I'm like, "You kidding, man?" And so then we came up with the idea that he was a detective, and that the whole joke thing was like partially a cover up as a distraction.
Right.
Oh, there you go.
Yep. I'm dead.
And so that's his impact. He's sort of funny, mysterious. In fact, some viewers like were on to me. Like I feel like I got some comments saying like I feel like there's more to Toast than what he lets on. And I'm like,
More than meets the
maybe.
eye.
Yeah, more than meets the eye.
Transformer. Toasters in the sky.
The skies. Oh God.
Uh, but let's see. Um, well, I actually have a question almost relating to what you were talking about. What we'll get to that in a bit.
All right.
For now, do you have any behind the scenes moments that you particularly enjoyed? And do you have any ones in particular that weren't shown in episodes or in like separate videos?
Uh, well, my favorite one that has been on screen was "Dance Till You're Dead."
That was a moment for me.
Yes, yes, it was.
Ooh.
I enjoyed that one because that one I actually put the song in.
You tried.
I tried. I couldn't align it with what you were doing because it was either one of them was a bit off, or there were just two completely different parts.
Maybe it was a very chaotic moment.
Yeah, and then our friend Maddie had no idea what we were talking about and thought we were referring to a FNAF song. We were just like, no,
No.
no, no, no.
It's a very energetic for a FNAF song, admittedly.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe if there's a
honestly.
disco pizzeria in FNAF 7.
Just have "Dance Till You're Dead" in the background at
God,
all times.
imagine. Oh God, honestly that game's probably already up on itch.io.
Uh,
Yeah, so
yeah, my favorite off-screen one though, I don't remember because I didn't edit it.
that's fair. Well,
Yeah, I generally remember things I want in a video.
yeah, that's understandable. And going back to the videos, your first episode of the diner has nearly 7,000 views. Did you think
Yeah.
it or your channel that at the time of recording almost has 700 subscribers, I believe. Do you think it would ever get this big?
I hoped it'd get this big. I knew for a fact. I knew that the first episode would get a lot of views, because when people see a series, they want to start from the beginning. They want to get a taste of it.
Right.
So they start from the beginning, and if they don't like it, they drop it, which is why the rest of my videos have around 1K instead of 7K.
Right.
Yeah, I had certainly hoped it'd get around to getting this big. I just didn't think it'd be that fast.
That's right. It's very impressive having that level of growth over the course of a couple months when you've just started out.
I've surpassed the people that I've worked with before I started the diner.
Yeah, a majority of them you have surpassed. I believe the only people who you have not surpassed at this point are Carito the Wolf Fox.
No, I've surpassed him.
Doesn't he have like over 800 subscribers? I think he has slightly more subscribers than you. Unless I read the numbers wrong.
That recently. I passed that recently.
I don't know. I might be reading the numbers wrong.
5 people from his cast. 5 people from his cast were like, "Hey, dude, great job! You surpassed." I'm like, "Yeah, this is the second time I've done that."
Oh yeah, no, I was definitely reading the numbers wrong. I don't know why I wrote almost 700. At the time of recording, you have 866 subscribers, so I don't know why in my notes it says almost 700. I think I got caught on the idea of, oh, I see sevens, must go. So the only person at this point you have not surpassed is your Bonnie actor, Win, FNAF Roleplay Studios.
Yeah.
Which is, that's impressive.
For longer than everyone else.
Mm.
Yeah, he's the guy who started the whole group we're in, so yeah, it makes sense that he has the most subscribers right now, but I'm gaining on him.
Right.
I'm gaining.
You are gaining. Now, I said we'd be getting back to something you mentioned. So this is that question. This is what it is. Obviously, with any series like this, there's lore and mysteries, which yours definitely has. How close has somebody gotten to figuring out the lore early?
Oh my god. This one commenter. I'm not even afraid to like for people to like find him or anything. I just want this to be known. A guy named Andrew Snipes or Andrew Snipes. Hold on.
Well, the comment's getting pulled up. If you can, send me a screenshot of that so I can include it on the screen now.
I'm sorry, hold on. Just something happened.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah. So, yeah, this guy very early on, like he was very obvious. He was joking. Like I want the lore of the series to be a little bit more clear now, especially since I reached the finale of the first season, which had a lot.
Right.
So this guy named Andrew Snipes, he pretty much predicted the lore of this series, season 1, not the rest, just season 1, through one simple word and a period. Coma. Ooh. And the thing is, at the time, I was just relaxing. At the time, I was just like, oh, yeah, just planning season 2, well, episode 6.
Yep, gotta think ahead. It's like chess.
Yeah. And then Kiwi comes to me and is just like, hey, we have a problem. I'm like, what do you mean we have a problem? What could have possibly gone wrong? And she's like, look for this comment. We looked at it together. Toast came in at some point and was like, and we all just sort of stared at it silently until it was just like, pretty sure he was just joking. But my god.
So
he got really close.
How did you respond?
Like I commented on his comment. all I said was "you scare me," and he was like, "I have that effect."
Yeah. I too am a man that scares people, probably for different reasons.
Yes.
um, yes, it's a. Let's just say I'm passionate about the characters I play. Anyway, moving on from that one.
Oh god.
So, as you grew, eventually you started up a fan Discord about the 22nd of May. Uh, what inspired you to start it up, and are you happy with how having one has gone?
Uh, Starting up the fan Discord. Oh, me and Kiwi, we decided that we'd start up a fan Discord at 500 subs. And I say we started this fan Discord around May
Yeah,
26th or something like that.
May 22nd is when the first post was made in the server.
May 22nd. All right. So if I had 500 subs around May 22nd, I have gained 366 subscribers since then. So just pointing that out. That's pretty cool.
That's
Uh,
almost double your growth in 2 months.
yeah.
Not even 2 months.
And so,
Almost.
yeah, we said that around 500 we'd start a fan Discord, and someone was really excited for the fan Discord. I got a comment one day saying like, "Hey, you're about to hit 500 soon. Don't forget to put the link of your Discord in the description of your next video." I'm like, "Are you okay? I guess you're the boss now." Anything else? And they're like,
I
"That's
think
it."
at
I'm like,
some
"That's
point
it."
I also pointed out that you, after you started up, you forgot to put the link in the description of some of the videos.
Yeah, yeah. You pointed that out. I'm just like, well, time to make a separate
No,
video.
no, no, time to edit the description. But
Yeah.
yeah. So just do you have any comments about how the Discord's gone?
It's gone very well. There've been a few incidences, like my friend Kiwi tries to manage a roleplay chat on the server.
I can imagine how that's gone.
The roleplay has pretty much died, which was kind of expected. It's a roleplay, or it's a chat roleplay. It'll eventually die out.
Yep.
But one of the rules was that you couldn't play as already existing characters, like my character James or any of the animatronics. So people didn't get creative, like, oh, I could just be a new animatronic. They all just decided, you know what, we're all children. And at some point, they decided we're all children with knives.
Oh no.
Yeah,
I
that
can
was
see where this is going.
interesting to watch. Astora in the roleplay, the bird, killed a cow at some point, and Kiwi pointed this out to me. I'm just like, I'm sorry, how'd they kill a cow in the diner? And she was like, they went out of the diner. And I'm like, but isn't the roleplay supposed to take place in the diner? She's like, yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
So
So
aside
like,
from that,
she went into detail. Oh, she went into detail. Astora went into detail on
is
killing the
she
cow, and that
okay?
no, she's not.
Oh boy.
I looked at her, like I'm not physically near her, but I if I was, I would pretty much just look at her and just be like, "What the heck? Why did you do that? You did
There's
like
no
what
point to
happened? Did you
doing
say
this.
you ran out of food at some point in the roleplay? What? So you decided to go kill a cow?
Just that's gonna be a yikes for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another thing that popped up is chainmail, like
Oh yeah, the
Discord
chainmail.
closing.
That
Yeah,
challenge that shall not be named in case it gets this video demonetized.
yeah, the challenge. Let's say that.
Yeah, I'm even gonna bleep that. That's too close.
That is too close, isn't it?
That's too close for comfort. So, as a part of the Discord, there was a series theories chat where people could, what else, post their theories about the series. I have
Yes.
gathered a collection of some of the theories and questions posted here throughout the months. We're going to lightning round this sort of and address and explain these questions, and feel free to pass on any of them. Are you ready?
All right.
All right.
Yes, I'm ready for the speed
And
round.
remember, no is also an answer.
Yes, no is
So
a
I'm just going to rattle
no
these
is a
off
great
as we go
answer.
along. So is Glitch Trap in
No is a
James'
great
head?
answer. No.
Is James in purgatory?
No.
Why is James text in a gradient unlike other text?
Because I wanted to do that.
Uh, why are James' eyes different compared to other human characters?
Because I made the Skin and Kiwi didn't.
Is James in a coma?
Kind of.
Is James spring locked?
No.
Was James' family in a car crash?
I'm pretty sure I said that myself at some point. So, maybe.
All right. Is the blackout text coming from Shadows talking to James?
No, blackout text is coming from all sorts of different characters. You can tell who they are due to the color of the text.
What will happen to the supporting human characters, i.e., the daughters of the manager as well as Toast?
I cannot say.
All right, and now you probably can't say this as well, but this question is probably the one that is on everybody's minds. Of the two endings that you gave to the diner, which one is canon?
Now you see, I told everyone in the Discord that that only one of them would be the real endings. I want to see their ideas, what they'd come up with. I want to see how creative they could get.
And so far, that response has been valid arguments for both sides.
Yes, because you could say that the bad ending's the canon ending because of it has more effort into it. Like we have a whole different building, we have a whole different skin for James at the end. But then you could also say that I'm pulling a Scott Cawthon in which it's all a trick.
Yes, red herrings. Red herrings everywhere.
Yes.
So your answer is no answer.
No answer, yeah.
Well, looks like anybody who wanted that bit of lore will just have to wait until season 2 comes out.
Yes,
Is
they
there
will.
any plan for when that, like a time range for when season 2 might come out?
Well, I want to start season 2 when we have most of our characters assigned, because right now we still have we have more characters than we have actors right now. So I'm just trying to sort that out, and when we need at least one or two more voice actors that I can get during the season, that's when I'll start season 2.
So it's to be determined.
Yes.
Right. Do you have any... You mentioned having new characters for season 2. Do you want to go more in depth on that? Any little hints towards what we might be seeing in the new season?
I'll try to give a few hints. Well, actually, that wouldn't be a hint. That'd just be straight up telling. Never mind that. We have. All right, here's a hint for the characters. We have 4 new characters. If you can associate anything with the number 4, that would be surprising, actually.
Right. I think I know there's something in my mind now that you've mentioned it, where it's like typically, oh, there's always, for some reason, there's always a new group of 4 characters. I don't know what's the proper way of saying. Is it a quadro? Because trio is three. What, a quadro then?
I mean, you could probably look it up.
I don't know. It's like because isn't it like a group of isn't it like a group of five, a quintet?
I think so.
So
I've
like
heard
what
that
what do you
before.
call a group of four anyway? Oh, quartet. I'm dumb.
Quartet.
A quartet. That's what it is. I'm dumb. There's always a
Mm.
quartet. So there's a quartet of characters. Well, so I plan on asking just more general on the fly questions, but before I do you have any thoughts you want to just express outside of questions about the series or about
Yeah.
just channel growth, whatever's on your mind?
Uh, let's see. I get. I've seen that some people are afraid to express how they want to either draw or what they think of a character. Like I'm. It's also with stuff like, especially when it comes to shipping, because I noticed this and it was very odd. Because there was one video, you were there,
I was there. I know which one you're
and
talking about.
yeah, there was
It was a
one
day
video.
episode.
Yes. There was one video where to get some kids out, because apparently these actors decided that their kids enjoyed shipping, which was very odd. I didn't understand the decision.
Yeah,
Uh,
especially since that's like really internet culture, and
yeah.
the
And we're in
series the series take
1983.
yeah series takes place in 1983.
Yeah. So so I just started doing so to get them out of hiding. I'd start my character James would like jokingly start being like, "I'm dating this person, I'm dating that person," just to try and lure them out. Or like I'd give you cake because I'm pretty sure at some point they expressly said how they love sugar. So yeah, so I noticed that people sort of they sort of went along with the idea of it, like, aha, I shipped James with Ballerina or stuff like that, and then it died off too fast for it to be normal.
Yeah.
Like when I like a lot of commenters would be like, I can't wait for you to start the fan Discord so I can post all my shipping art and stuff, and then no one did. And it
I
was the oddest feeling because I never thought I'd honestly be thinking about something like this.
Yeah, I was about to say it feels a little weird that of all things is how you feel about that.
Like
But I mean,
I
fair
don't mind
enough.
it. I know like if people know that it's not true, then I'm perfectly fine with it. You can do as much as you want. I do not care. But then when people said they were like so confidently gonna do this and that, and then they just didn't, it it was weird because then I was like actively like trying to search for this art and couldn't find it. And I was like, what happened?
Oh boy.
And it was one of the oddest things I've ever done.
I guess I don't know.
It was like
I hope I never have to look up shipping art of myself personally. I feel like if that starts being made, I'll need to seriously question what I'm doing with my life. But you do you.
like it seemed like a whole fandom died in front of my eyes.
Oh god. That's the problem. You legitimized it.
Yeah.
But let's moving away from the shipping issue.
Moving
If it's an
away.
issue at all,
It's
apparently.
not really an issue. It's just weird.
The topic of shipping.
Yes.
Do you have a favorite episode slash recording session?
Favorite episode and or recording session. Well, trying to think. Uh I think my favorite recording session was honestly the finale. And it wasn't because like, oh, I'm so excited for the finale. It's of how well done it was. It was made very well compared to everything else.
I'm
Because
going to
it had
take
a
that as
big
a
build up
compliment.
too.
Yeah.
Yes, you should. It had a large
Nice.
build up to it from different characters and even some for like accidental foreshadowing.
I feel like that is also a compliment.
Yes.
I'm just gonna say this. Sorry to interrupt, but I seem to have this very strange ability to I accidentally get the lore and foreshadow it without even realizing it. I feel like that happens way too often for it to be the coincidence it is.
Yeah.
Like, there are a good few moments where I said stuff that I just thought, oh, yeah, my character would say this now, and not thinking, oh, yeah, this is foreshadowing something that's happening in the near future. Wasn't even a
Yeah.
thought in my mind.
Uh,
Uh,
yeah.
Now, another question. Again, we're just going to be talking mostly about, animatronics, the actors, how you thought they played their roles. Who do you think was in the episodes themselves? Who was your favorite animatronic to interact with?
Favorite animatronic to interact with. Well, let's do this a bit differently.
Okay.
Uh, the funniest animatronic that I liked interacting with. I thing is I can't even answer that one myself. Jeez. Uh, yeah, because everyone had their own funny moments. There wasn't the single main funny guy. There was always moments. And then favorite serious character to interact with. Well, that's kind of obvious because there's only really one serious character.
And that being
You.
a I'm sorry, I almost feel like I'm guilt tripping you into saying these things.
No, you're not. You're not.
uh
Yeah, but
but yes, please go into more
funniest character
detail.
that wasn't like an animatronic.
Yeah.
Or let's go back to the funny one
Yeah.
first, just to
Okay.
build it up.
All right. All right.
Funny. Well, I think I think one of the funniest characters was in fact Toast, because when he said like that he wanted to play a funny character, someone thought like, oh, he's gonna like write down a bunch of jokes. No, he's not gonna do that. He's Toast. He's gonna say whatever is on his mind, and it's gonna be funny no matter what.
I think except for like one instance, which I think was one of the first instances as well,
It was the first episode he was in,
the
wasn't it?
skin tone joke,
Yes, the skin tone joke.
where he said to an animatronic with white fur that animatronic was jealous of him being white. I'm still not sure what ran through his mind when he chose to say that.
I mean, I think here's what happened. I told him, hey, you could curse, just don't say the F word. That's
Uh-huh.
the only thing I will not allow.
I think cursing
And
only
then I
really like
didn't go into too much detail
yeah.
after that.
I'm pretty sure cursing only came up in like the final episode.
It came up a few times, but it was never like anything that
Serious.
people, yeah, it was never anything people would like dwell on.
Yeah.
And back to your character.
Right. One of my characters. Because
One
I
of your
played a few.
characters. Yep, you technically played 4.
I technically play. I. I mean, if we're including technicallys, I technically did 5.
You know what? That is true.
I.
You did
I really.
technically play 5.
I was really carrying the series, huh? No, joking.
There's the whole
Yeah.
like remake of of one of the diner episodes, but everyone is played by you.
Oh god, I can imagine trying to do that. That'd just be wonderful chaos. So
the only the only thing that is the same, like even you play James. The only thing that is the same is Toast.
yeah. Oh god. Okay, I don't know why, but that radiates the same energy. I I forget exactly what it was, but it was something along the lines of a tweet I saw where it was like a remake of the Twilight series, but Bella was replaced by I forget who the actor is. I don't know. Yeah, I forget who it was, but it's just that person who replaces Bella just not given no script at all, and it's just like live reactions to whatever's going on. I don't know why. I feel like that have sort of the same sort of energy.
Yeah,
But so the five characters I played are let's start with the three that I was like genuine playing. Whereas
yeah,
the major character of Freddy Fazbear himself, which that was a big burden to take on. I'm glad I nailed it. There was Save, who, if you couldn't tell, is just my normal Minecraft skin, but at 50% scale. This is it.
yep,
This is the whole character. Cause here's the thing. I made a joke of like, oh yeah, what if I was just like a teddy bear just vibing or whatever? Just cause, it's a bear. That it doesn't look like my skin isn't a realistic bear. You could like say, oh yeah, button eyes, button nose, and all that.
yeah.
I will say, by the way, I'm totally lost in the server right now. I have no idea where. Oh wait, never mind. Um, yeah, and that was me putting on my favorite high pitched voice.
Which is this voice for those of you who haven't heard it before?
It's just something like that.
Yeah.
This is which on my channel is called the Daxon voice because of my character Dax and that I use it for. And it was just like a slightly, I don't know, I don't want to say murder. I want to say slightly sadistic teddy bear. In a way, who's just really basically Save was a tsundere. Basically,
Oh,
Save was kind of a tsundere. I don't know.
I mean, can't argue with that.
Like prove me wrong. And then of course I played the overarching villain, like the main antagonist of Afton. Now I will say something about that. When I was
Okay.
asked to voice Afton, it was the day before the first recording he was featured in. So I had about
Yeah.
24 hours to figure out a voice. And if you follow my voice act, I'm not very good with accents. I'm not an accent voice actor. So I tried my best and I think I did well enough. There were times you'll hear where I sort of slip out of it, but I think for the most part I did fine.
Yeah.
And
To,
no, please go on.
all right. To get him in the voice. He
I have to
with your
reference a
save.
clip from Sister Location,
Yeah,
I
with
believe.
save you just do like a little,
Yep.
and
No,
then
no, it's
with
like hum
Afton
up.
you have to do
All
a
right.
full monologue.
Basically, no, just the start of the monologue is enough. But even then, I have to do like small modifications to get it there. Every single one of my voices has some kind of trigger to it for some. I don't know why it's like that, but I'm not complaining if it means I can sound like whoever and whatever I want. Usually, it's something, all right. And there's your normal skin, as featured in this video. There's gonna be a card in the top of just me being sadistic for at like half an hour. I think the video length is at least.
Yeah.
Ay. And then the two small roles I played was I body acted Shadow Fredbear. I mostly body acted Shadow Fredbear. I think Kiwi also did it at some points. And then I also
You're messing up the name a little, but it's close enough.
yeah, whatever. But the series is over. It doesn't. The
I
season's
don't blame
over. It
you.
doesn't matter.
Yeah, I honestly don't blame you for
We
messing it
all
up,
get
though.
what I mean.
Yeah.
And then I also did the voice of the bartender.
Yes. who showed
who
up like once.
who almost became a running character with how much alcoholism started to set in. Ay. Yes, and there's the night guard skin itself. Hold on, I'll get into character as well. I'm not
Perfect.
doing the voice because it hurts sometimes.
Just James comes home. Hey, say, what's for dinner? Oh yeah, no, just
Just the flesh of the innocent. I don't know. It's just I feel weird. So another thing I did want to bring up is the start of the series certainly was different than the end of it. And I don't know how you say it, but I say it as a majority of the first 8 episodes are more or less retconned and skippable. What's your take on this?
there were it like after I'd like to say episode 6, there were a few important things
It's like
I think
yeah.
episode 6 did have something important. It did.
Right. Aside from
after,
the lore. Like, aside from lore found in the first episodes, it's skippable.
Yeah.
Because, in my opinion, episode 8 is where Astora gets reset, which is essentially the retconning happening in real time. And in episode 9, which is a night episode, you explain a majority of the mechanics to Ira Sams, the manager, who is there with you anyway. And I think at that point on, the series gets more enjoyable. Would you agree with this?
I would agree with this, yes.
Yeah. It's like,
fact,
baby steps.
One of the line... there's actually a very important line in the series that I've referenced, that has been referenced once now, which is fine. It doesn't need to be referenced multiple times for it to be important.
Right.
You know what line this is. You said it.
I've said a lot of lines.
It's I want the lore to be a bit more
Which
clear.
character did I say it as?
You said it as Afton, bad ending.
Ah, okay. I get it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
For people who don't follow, in episode 6...
You really should have watched the series already. Come on, we've told you multiple times now.
In episode 6, there was a line, something along the lines of, "What do you still remember?" Or that was the beginning. Who knows? One of those.
Yeah. It was relatively close to the start of the story.
Yeah. And consider the fact that I've already said that someone got close with the word coma, I'm pretty sure it's not too much of a...
I feel like at this point we're just, spelling it out.
Yeah, we're spelling it out now. That's all this interview has turned into.
Yeah, it's... No, I'm actually secretly one of the fans in disguise. I'm just trying to get you to, open up and just tell us already.
What have you done with save?
But, yeah.
What was the question again?
I was talking about how the first 8 episodes more or less can be skipped if you don't really care about the lore.
Yeah.
You just want to watch it for entertainment.
Yeah. They can do more of this.
Another thing that I'm sure people want to learn about is running gags.
Running gags.
There were a few running gags throughout the series. I think one of the most prominent ones was business.
Yes.
So along with that one,
yeah. Especially we had a character where all I had to do was pretty much just
pretend to be Freddy, which was me.
Yep.
So, aside from business, are there any other running gags?
There was one running gag that was quickly dropped because we were like, enough. We were done with it. It was during our little, I guess you could say, grace period or pilot episodes.
Right.
Where one of my actors decided, hey, these animatronics
have the agency. The agency, yeah. And that was part of the retconning.
Yep. Now
I mean,
further retcon
actually, technically it wasn't. Technically, in universe, it wasn't gotten rid of. It's still there. It's just we don't talk about it anymore.
Yeah.
Because I'm not trying to throw shade or create drama, but it feels like Astora really wanted to keep that for some reason.
She really, really did. And Thinkley, for some reason,
Went
like
along with
really
it.
latched onto it too. And I was just like, guys, this is supposed to.
It's like, I know you're sentient robots, but please, let's have some realism here.
Exactly.
Yeesh.
Which then led to the character's pretty much reset.
Yeah. And I will say, I think that's around the time when I started taking more of a spot as the central animatronic antagonist, which I
Yeah.
think was a very good move. Again, I just enjoy talking about it. I'm not trying to toot my own horn. It's just very easy to.
Yeah, I understand that. Hmm.
But yeah. Are there any? Is there? I think we've talked about a lot of the major things from the series that people wanted to know about.
Yeah.
So, are there any? Before we end this off, do you have any final thoughts? Any final things you want to say or talk about before we end this interview?
Yes, actually. Few things. One is that if you if you're someone who wants to try to get into voice acting, or like you're trying to start up a channel, don't be afraid to, don't be shy. And if the problem is you just don't know how, that's also fine. There's a few websites you could probably go for, or you could just get lucky and meet someone on Discord. So
I did both.
yes, you did.
uh,
I did the second one.
yeah.
Actually, no, wait, no, I've done both. It's easy to forget I've done both because the only person that I've ever done the casting call for doesn't even use my character yet.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Your series hasn't even started yet.
Yeah, actually, funny story. I've applied before this. I applied for a few voice acting roles myself. There have been a few where it got either swept away at the last minute, or it went through and the person just like never got on with it.
Yeah.
So that's just like rip. But yeah, I think that'll be all. Again, I will be leaving a link to Puppet Series in the YouTube description.
Yes.
That being said, I'd like to thank you all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe for more. Share if you think anybody would be interested in this. I love giving interviews to people and I want to do it more, so I hope I get that opportunity. But yeah, until then, GG to all and to all, good night. Voice off, everybody.